Ito ang programang Bawal ang Pikon. Get it straight with Daniel Lozon. Kasama pa rin po natin si Attorney Lorna Capunan. Kung kayo talaga yung tatanungin yung stand ninyo, anong isusulong ba ninyo? Papabor ba kayo sa same-sex marriage if nasa Senate na kayo?
I think it deserves public consultation, no? Because narinig ko rin ang position ng church. The church stand I heard is two-pronged. Ang sabi nila, marriage is not only, kasi ang general position ng community, no, lesbian, transgender community, is the right to happiness, no? And therefore, since there should be no discrimination on account of gender or gender preference, they have the right to happiness. Ang sagot ng church dyan is, the function of marriage is not only for unity. Hindi yung to unite people who love each other. That is the primary function. That people who love each other must express that love in a unity of the sacrament, diba? Which is marriage. That is only one purpose of marriage. The second, and as important as unity of hearts and soul, is reproduction. Diba? Because we are told that the Bible says, go and multiply. So, yung reproductive function nung marriage is what should be the subject of debate.
And this is from the point of view of the Catholic Church, diba?
Church. But on the other hand, same-sex marriages, in a same-sex marriage, you can also resort to adoption, no? Because couples, whether they be of the same sex, always have the feeling of nurturing. Diba? So sabi nila, although we cannot produce children biologically, they certainly can go to adoption. And there are many children that deserve to be adopted. So I am open to
discussion. Wala pa kayong, kumbaga parang ang sinasabi ninyo ngayon is pag-usapan natin. Makita natin kung ano yun.
Let us bring it to a public debate. Pati yung issue ng divorce. No? Because we have being the only country in the whole world that does not have a divorce. And considering the recent announcement of Pope Francis na some marriages really need to be annulled. Although he calls it annulment, it really has the effects of a divorce. Kunyari, violence.
Yes.
Nakikita mo na nagiging violent na yung pamilya, so it's not good for the children. The Pope is saying, in situations of violence, annulment is the remedy.
You're a lawyer, and you're a very good lawyer, and you've been known in handling different controversial cases. Anong pananaw ho ninyo doon sa block voting? Isn't it unconstitutional and against the law na pipilitin mo ang isang tao na bumoto nang hindi naman yun ang gusto niya just because it is the decision of the leader?
Talagang dapat tanggalin yan yung block voting. In fact, it is worse than block voting. It is the leader, sometimes, kunyari I understand in the South, no, na hindi na bumoboto. It is only the head of the family or the head of the clan that casts the vote, no? I don't think hindi naman tama yun. And that is possible because nga of our electoral system. Hindi ko alam kung yung mechanized voting, napadali yan, ano? Yung block voting na yan, ano? Ang sabi nila, and this is where I think it is being unfair, no? Because ang sabi nila, ang mga teachers naman daw ang nandadaya ngayon. Because it's the teachers who, through the mechanized system, sila yung may control, sila yung nagtra-transmit ng votes. So, ang mga teachers daw ang nakokorrupt ng mechanized system na ito. And I think it is most unfair to our teachers, no? What we really all have to understand, whether botante or kayo sa media, no? Because you have the function of educating our listeners, is intindihin natin yung mechanized voting na yan. Because sometimes the root of all evil is ignorance. Is really ignorance. So, And tayo na kung minsan nagiging cynical na tayo, sasabihin natin na hindi naman bakit pa ako boboto, hindi naman bibilangin yung boto ko. Or hindi naman ako magde-decide ng boto ko, bakit pa ako boboto? Eh kung hindi ka naman boboto, eh you deserve the leaders that get elected. So ganun lang 'yan, di ba? Tumaya tayo lahat.
Ngayon, ang isa sa mga ginagawa ng mga politiko ngayon, pumupunta sa nanliligaw, 'di ba? Sa iba-ibang mga lugar, syempre. And another thing na ginagawa ay pumupunta sa mga religious leaders at humihingi ng boto, humihingi ng suporta. Naniniwala ba kayo na may paglabag sa batas yung halimbawa ay sasabihin ng isang religious leader na pag hindi mo ibinoto si Atty. Kapunan bilang senador, ay ititiwalag kita?
Ay, hindi naman po tama yan. I think it should not be dictation, it should be persuasion. Because ang mga religious leaders...
No, but can it still be considered persuasion when you are saying that you will be excommunicated if you are not going to follow the unity of the church?
It's not only wrong, it is unconstitutional, no? Because nakalagay sa constitution natin, there must be separation of church and state. So matters of faith should be left to the church. Matters of deciding politics should be left to the electorate or to the faithful, di ba? So they may be they may be entitled to moral suasion in terms of faith, pero sa...
So iba naman kasi yung you persuaded your, let's say, your followers or members. Iba naman, ako, I believe in the integrity of Atty. Kapunan, if I say that, no? And, okay, but of course, you will still decide. But what I am saying is, I believe in her integrity, and I think that she'll make a good senator. So that's different if I am going to say na we decided that Attorney Lorna Kapunan will be one of the senators that we will be voting for, and those who will not actually concede with this, and those who will actually violate our doctrine of unity will be excommunicated.
I think it is wrong. That is the straight answer. To dictate who to vote is wrong. To persuade based on an objective, based on judgment of the leadership, because we should assume, no? You should assume that your church leaders, or you should assume that your elders, whether it be of any faith, no? Whether the Catholic faith, kagaya ng mga kaparihan natin, yung mga heads ng dioceses natin, or the Iglesia ni Cristo, no? We have faulted them so many times, or even the Protestant faith, no? We should assume that the leaders have the interest of their constituency at heart. And they have had the experience and the competence to study the records of those who want to run. I think that they should be entitled to a presumption that they have only the best interest of their flock. Diba? When, for instance, when the church says, we should, ang church naman hindi sinasabi, for instance, iboto natin si Atty. Kapunan. Sasabihin ng church, iboto natin ang mga inaakala natin na magiging susunod sa konstitusyon.
And that's different from saying kung sino talaga yung dapat natin iboto.
Correct.
Na pagka ito ang hindi natin ito ibinoto, ito ang decision namin, you will be excommunicated. It's different.
Because if you don't
I understand what you're saying.
If you don't believe in what your moral leaders or what your church leaders are saying, you don't need, you have to question why you are in that religion.
Yeah, exactly. So ito ho ba ngayong nakikita ninyo sa takbo ng atin ngayong pamahalaan, ano? Nakikita ba ninyo na malaki ang magiging pagsulong natin kung halimbawa ang ating magiging susunod na presidente? Kasi sabi nga ninyo yung roadmap Hindi,
yes po.
Kung ba parang ang nangyayari paglipat ng ibang presidente, iba na naman. Does it mean na parang sinasabi ba niyo mas maganda kung kaalyado ng kasalukuyang administrasyon ang susunod na mananalo dahil masusundan niya yung roadmap na nauna? Dahil parang practically, ang mangyayari na pag hindi ka alyado ay mukhang may iba na naman.
Ay, kasi maraming factors na dapat i-consider, no? Sometimes it is not only a question of direction. Sometimes it is a question of competence, no? Because kung napakagaling ng roadmap mo, assuming we are able to do that, no? Assuming we can have all our economic planners come together, yung Central Bank, yung Secretary of Finance, yung NEDA natin, local government units natin, assuming we can all get together and come out with a plan for the millennium, who will implement the plan? No? The plan is only as good as its execution. So titignan natin, sino yung nagsasabing itutuloy ko yung daan na yan? No? Meron rin nagsasabing mali yung daan na yan. Meron rin nagsasabing saan ang daan na yan? Meron naman nagsasabing binili na namin yung daan na yan. No?
Meron namang iba, hinarangan naman yung daan.
Hinarangan naman ang daan. Meron namang namamatay sa daan na yan. No? So, kanya-kanyang daan na yan. But ultimately, makinig tayo. Makinig tayo sa mga agenda nila.
Okay. So, sa mga napakinggan ninyo, yung, siyempre, kayo naman ay, ano naman kayo, broad reader naman kayo for sure. Grace po, VP Binay, Mar Rojas, sa kanila na lang munang tatlo. Sino ang pinaka-competent sa inyo at sino ang pinakapalagay ninyo makakagawa ng maganda?
I think masyado pang, it is too early to determine, no? Because right now, ang pinakamainit na agenda nila is corruption, no?
Yes.
It is not all about corruption. Kasi the root of all evil is not corruption in this country, no? The root of all evil here is hindi nga natin alam yung, okay, let's go back to, ang nakalimutan na natin really is genuine love of country. Hindi ba? Yung tinatawag natin patriotism. How come we're silent about the China issue? 7,100 islands? Mawawala na tayo because ini-encroach tayo ng China. How come we're silent about that? Wala na ba tayong love of country? Why is Filipino now an elective even in the state schools and colleges? Why? Why is yung fair competition law na yan? What does it really mean? Will you allow multinationals to come in provided there is fair competition? That's why ang dapat batayan ng ating electorate is who genuinely has a sense of what is good for the country. And if you limit yourself to corruption, then masyadong narrow yung view mo of leadership. If you limit yourself to putting to jail all those you think stole from the country, masyadong narrow naman ang ano mo. Kung wala ka naman leadership, if forever you will be defending yourself, na hindi ka nagnakaw, is that enough to lead this country? So, tignan natin, dapat ang electorate natin, ang filing dyan, I think, starts October 10, ano?
Kailan ba kayo magpa-file? Yung first day?
Maybe first day.
First day ng ano?
Tignan natin kung sino mga mag-file. At tayo mismo, gumawa tayo ng ano ba ang gusto natin. It should not be sabi nga nila, the tail wagging the dog, no? It should be the dog wagging the tail. And in a genuine sense, tama yung concept ni President Pinoy when he says, kayo ang boss ko. And nagawa ba niya yun? Tayo nga ba yung boss niya?
Ano ba ang sagot mo?
Ay tinimbang nga, ngunit kulang.
So kung papag-usapan ng Attorney Lorna Kapunan, ano ho ang gusto ninyong unang masabi ng tao? Kasi tatakbo kayong senador eh. Yung unang, kumbaga kasi may recall yan dapat eh. No? So ano yung dapat na ma-recall ko pag sinabi, Attorney Lorna Kapunan, ano ang dapat na maisip ng tao?
Laban para sa karapatan. Because that has been my 38 years in practice. I have not been deterred. Hindi naman ako natakot sa nananakot. Hindi naman ako nag-corrupt ng mga judges. We won on the basis of merits.
So, Lorna Kapunan, laban para sa karapatan.
Kasi karapatan natin, ang karapatan natin, kasi kung iniisip na yung karapatan is only human rights, hindi
lang yun.
Hindi lang yun.
So you believe ba na karapatan ng isang senador ang tumanggap ng pork barrel?
Hindi.
So, hindi kayo tatanggap ng pork barrel?
Ay, hindi ko sinasabi yan. Ang sinasabi ko ay... Hindi, ang sinasabi ko, you should redefine what pork barrel is, no? Because yung pork barrel na
hindi kasi ulitin ko yung tanong ko. Sabi ko, di ba, so you think karapatan ng isang senador na tumanggap ng pork barrel? Ang sabi nyo, hindi.
Hindi, because that is public funds.
But
to say that public funds cannot be used, kasi that's why kailangan may constituency ka eh. That's why meron tayong roadmap. In terms of development at the local level, may Appropriations Act yan eh. Hindi ba? So
tatanggap ka ng pork barrel?
Para sa constituency, no? In alignment with the appropriations.
So you are for the pork barrel? Kasi
I am for public funds being used for the local levels.
But not in the form of a pork barrel?
No, that should not be pork. It is pork barrel if it ends up in your left pocket. It is pork barrel if it ends up in your perpetuating your family.
Ang tawag naman nila doon is countrywide development fund.
That's bullshit. It never goes to the countryside. It goes to their left pocket or their right pocket.
So how are we going to call it now? If there is no pork barrel, paano ngayon yung funds? Where are you going to get the funds?
No, that is
for your constituents?
That is why sinasabi natin na dapat may alignment yan. We are like a giant corporation. Kunyari, ang direction for the short-term direction is infrastructure. Sabi yan ng executive. So the appropriations, because only the lower house can make the appropriations bill. So in line with that goal of government, which is beefing up infrastructure, kasi walang mag-i-invest dito eh. Papunta lang dito eh. Wala ka naman nakikitang infrastructure na nangyayari. Nakikita mo lang pila sa MRT, di ba?
So alignment ang kailangan.
So pag ganyan ang infrastructure at the local level, at the constituency level, ganun din. Farm to market roads is infrastructure. Hindi pwedeng gagawa ng basketball court. Anong infrastructure ng basketball court in the middle of the field? Hindi ba? So, align lahat yan. Now, is that pork barrel? No, that is Countryside Development Fund. Now, kung sinabing pork barrel is if that money that should go to infrastructure at the local government level or at the barangay level goes to the pocket of the congressman or the senator or the barangay official, that is not countryside development. That is pork barrel.
Well, one sentence that you want our viewers to hear sa inyong pagnanasa na maging senador.
Yes.
Please, anong gusto niyong maiwan sa kanila?
Ang sasabihin ko sa mga nanonood sa iyo dito sa programa mo, sir, and I'm very happy to have met you finally. I just hear your voice sometimes, is kung gusto niyo ng pagbabago, bumoto ng bago.
Ayan. At ang pinakabago, Lorna Kapunan, ang pangalan ko. Ma'am, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here. Salamat po. Salamat po. Attorney Lorna Kapunan, dito lang po sa programang Bawal ang Pikon. Get it straight with Daniel Razon.